Now, if I were to ask you who is the greatest footballer of all time, you might say, well, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, even the older ones amongst you might even suggest Maradona. Wrong. Divock Origi. Divock Origi is the single most spectacular footballer of all time. Not only can he go 2 months without playing a game, not even due to injury, just due to the fact that there are players who are, a little bit better than him. But he turns up on the big occasions every time, especially against Everton at Anfield. I think now he's played Everton 5 times at Anfield in the Premier League and scored 6. And in those games, I believe he has only started one of them. Or two. No, two. He started 2 of them. But even in one of them, he had his ankle snapped by Ramiro Funes Mori. But he still scored earlier on in that game. Divock Origi is the greatest footballer of all time. No debate. But I mean, in terms of the game, that like being serious, Divock Origi is the best. But onto the game. First off, that was just terrible. Everton just did it was like watching a Diego Simeone team try to defend. And by a Diego Simeone team, there is only one Simeone team, isn't there? Atletico Madrid. They were just literally trying to do everything they can to break up play. Richarlison went down with a facial injury 3 times. Anthony Gordon tried to cheat and win a penalty by diving. Didn't work. And Jordan Pickford, every time he picked up the ball, he took about a minute to release it. So they were trying absolutely everything in the book. And to be honest, I don't mind it. I hate people who say, oh, well, it's not the correct way to play football. There is no correct way to play football because it's up to the referee to, make the decision on what to do, like from what Everton are doing. And then they weren't necessarily doing anything wrong. It's up to the referee to add the time back on at the end of the half. But yeah, the highlight of the first half, to be honest, was probably the scuffle right at the end of the half when Richarlison surprisingly went down and Everton wanted the ball kicked out of play. Liverpool continued, rightly so, because Richarlison was never going to be injured in a million years. And yes, just a small scuffle broke out. Other than that, nothing really happened in the first half. But the second half, Liverpool were a bit better. There was a bit more to Liverpool. Anthony Gordon went on the counter-attack and could have had a penalty. It was a bit of a 50-50. Joel Matip put pressure on him, but for me, it wasn't quite enough for it to be a penalty, if that makes sense. He's I don't know. It's hard to describe without looking at it, but Matip sort of barged him down, but it's shoulder to shoulder, and there's a lot of force on it. So for me, I think it's probably not a penalty. And then we had the man, the myth, the legend come on the pitch. I'm not talking about Luis Diaz, although he is a bloody good footballer. I'm talking about the Belgian Pele, Divock Origi. Comes onto the pitch. First touch of the ball, 1-2 with Mo Salah. Salah clips it across goal. Robertson, back post header, 1-0. I mean, instant impact. Divock Origi. What a man. Yes, and that from then on, Liverpool just played with a lot more confidence because they knew Everton from that point had to open up a little bit to try and get an equaliser and get something out of the game. But then, Liverpool just maintained control though. There was a couple of moments where Everton could have scored. Dele Alli had one where he crossed it, put a cross goal, and Andy Robertson managed to do really well to clear it. He was probably man of the match, because Divock Origi, I've heard, is ineligible for man of the match because he is not a man, he is a god. But then the ball gets played into the box. Luis Diaz goes for an audacious bicycle kick. It comes off the floor, bounces over Jordan Pickford. Who's at the back post? Who's at the back post? Who could possibly be at the back post? Virgil van Dijk? No. Mo Salah? No. It's Divock, the greatest footballer there has ever been. Nods it in with ease and makes it 2-0. Game over. Now, I'm fully aware that Divock Origi may not be a Liverpool footballer in 2 months' time, which is a sad prospect. But, I mean, if this is his final goal or his last dance, as some people will put it, I mean, what a story. Like, I feel as though, whilst we're on it, we should just go through Divock's best moments in a Liverpool shirt. Because as a game, it wasn't the greatest game ever to watch. The first half was just really frustrating for Liverpool fans. It was just Everton in their own half doing anything they possibly could to break up Liverpool's play and stop them scoring. But Divock Origi, best moments in a Liverpool shirt, will start at the beginning. Hat-trick v Southampton in the League Cup in 2015 in a 6-1 win. Divock Origi. Then we've got the two goals against Borussia Dortmund in the Europa League quarter-final in 2016. Divock Origi. We've got the goal against Everton in his first Merseyside derby. Divock Origi. We've got... what else? Well, what other moments? Right, so we're going on to his second season now, 2016-17 season. His goal that opened the scoring against Leeds in the League Cup. Divock Origi. We've got his goal against Sunderland, the winner, against Jordan Pickford, the first of many against that familiar face for Divock Origi. Divock Origi. We've got a goal against West Ham on the penultimate game of the season. Divock Origi. We've got a goal against Everton in the second Merseyside derby that Origi featured in at Anfield, off the bench for an injured Sadio Mane. Divock Origi. I can keep doing this. And then, in his third season, he was shockingly sent out on loan to Wolfsburg. Divock Origi. Fourth season, Liverpool are drawing 0-0 to Everton with about 30 minutes to go. Does that sound familiar? Who comes off the bench? Divock Origi. Need I say more? Liverpool need a last-minute winner against Newcastle to keep their Premier League title hopes alive. Divock Origi. Liverpool are 3-0 down to Barcelona in the Champions League semi-final. Divock Origi. Divock Origi. Double against Barcelona. Liverpool are winning 1-0 against Tottenham in the Champions League final. Tottenham are putting the pressure on. Divock Origi. Divock Origi's God knows how many seasons we're on now. 5th season at Liverpool. Liverpool are 5-3 down to Arsenal. They need 2 goals. Divock Origi. Divock Origi. L for Arsenal. I'm going to keep going. Liverpool are up against Everton in a Merseyside derby. Jurgen Klopp has chosen to rest many of the players. Divock Origi. Divock Origi. L for Everton. Liverpool win 5-2. Liverpool, right, we've skipped forward a bit now. We've gone forward quite far. Liverpool need a goal against Wolves in the 90th minute to stay in the Premier League title race in December 2021. Divock Origi. Liverpool are drawing 1-1 at the San Siro in their final Champions League group match. They need to win to keep a 100% win record in the competition. Divock Origi. Every time. And for the final time, or maybe not, there are still a few games to go this season. Liverpool are drawing 0-0 to Everton. Who comes off the bench? Divock Origi. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Divock is God.